Welcome to episode 4 of Three and a Half Asian Men. Yeah, we're here today to talk about senior year. We got the boys yet again. You already know what it is. First off, we got Tim. How you doing, Tim?
What's good? How y'all doing? So yeah, there's a current issue if you're watching the YouTube video. Discord did me dirty. So we're gonna have this odd whack layout where like the person who's gonna be talking is gonna be in the focus over here in the left, and then everyone else is gonna be in this column. But yeah.
All right. Good stuff, Tim. Thank you for that. Tarek, what you got for us?
Hi, my name is Tarek, as you already know. I'm also known as Trinidadian in certain parts of the United States, including New Jersey. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm excited for this senior year podcast. I think it was a good year for everybody, or a good half. The second half of the year was good for everybody. So,
Tarek, I think this is your third time wearing that hoodie.
I always wear this
Not
at
hoodie,
night, bro.
not a
I have
hoodie.
the same undershirt
sweater.
too. I love this, bro. I love it's warm. You know I like this.
It looks warm. It looks very warm.
Trinidad. That's why, because
That's like the standard Tarek look right there.
This is at home at night after 7 o'clock. This is what I look.
I think the photo you sent me too is the same outfit.
Oh, as if you could tell, I have shaved due to popular demand. So
What
Very nice.
popular demand?
Well, yeah, people have told me.
Bro, the other
They
one
watch
was
the
just
podcast.
unpopular, man. Like, that was not it. That was not it.
All right, here and last but definitely not least, we got Chan Young Park with the video. Chan Young Park, take it away. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I finally fixed my camera, or rather, like, I just moved to my iPad because I finally got it to work. I am glad to be here, and this is gonna be good.
Alrighty. Oh my gosh. You know, I was talking to the boys earlier and I was like, yo, the fact that we have Chan on video just opens up so much more. And like the fact that everyone wanted Chan's face to be shown and now it's here. Couldn't start the
Also the fact that I fixed my lighting.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, what cares about you?
I got nicer earphones for the podcast now. I should be
Yeah.
Oh dang!
Well, I have my headphones
Everyone
in
just
too.
and Target
everyone just got upgrades. I guess.
Everyone got upgrades. And
Everyone got hardware.
this should be a good episode.
Yeah,
I
Tim
suppose.
just got a new
Yeah, my
filter. That's what
system.
it is.
All right, to start, boys. I mean, senior year. This is the year where they said this is supposed to be your best year in high school. Obviously, there are like the conceptions of like junior year being the hardest, and then right after, it should be fine. But however, within our circumstances, for me at least, the first half of senior was super hard. Considering like our school being super competitive and just always having the talks around college and stuff like that. People who have yet to take the SATs or ACT or whatever. So if you guys want to describe that first half of senior year first, kind of like the environment or like I don't know anything special from the first half of senior year into like the second half we could talk about later. But yeah, anyone want to start us off?
I could start. Oh, Chan, you want to go?
No, I was gonna say Tarek. Talk about seltzer, like right now, just off the.
No, I'm not going to talk about seltzer right now. I want to go off of A-Wong's point because the beginning of senior year really did feel like an extension of junior year, especially because our senior year was the first year they started offering the SAT in August. So
Right.
you're
took the
right.
SAT in August. So really, I was studying the summertime, and then
And then you went straight to school. That's crazy.
and then
I totally-
SAT in August, and then straight into school. So yeah, that's why it really did feel like an extension. I mean, honestly, like I probably should have studied harder in the summertime, but like the courts, man. Like I gotta go to the courts.
The courts.
I gotta watch mellow highlights. I gotta do all these other things. So like it was definitely difficult studying for the SAT. in
Yeah.
the summertime.
It's funny that you say that because I totally remember now. I took my SAT 2, my math SAT, like the subject test. I took it in Chicago because I was in Chicago, and
damn.
I remember that they had there was like August tests. So I was just like screw it, I'm just gonna take it in Chicago. So yeah, I totally remember that now. Thank you for bringing that up. I totally forgot, but yeah, Chen, you're gonna say something?
Yeah, so I had like a similar experience. So like, I didn't take any of my subject tests. I took all my subject tests all at once on the August test. So I took chem, physics, and math all together
Oh my
for my
God.
subject test. So I locked myself in a room for about a week, and then just did practice problems. Took that, and then a week later took my ACTs. because I just couldn't break 15 on SATs.
Oh my gosh.
And then yeah, that is the extent of my standardized testing. I just got it over in 2 weeks.
Wait, Chan,
Okay,
don't they
Beast.
recommend not doing 3 SAT subject tests at once? That's
Yeah.
literally what they say.
Yeah.
They say it like during
But
the
Chan's different. Chan is different.
No, bro, but I can flex it because I
Chan
scored
is
perfect
different.
on all of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
Chan-
Beast.
Yeah.
Okay, big
There
man.
we go.
Chan is different.
That's
Yo, I
what
gotta-
driven Chan looks like.
Yeah, that's what driven
my-
me a week. Only a week at a time.
Oh, a week at a time.
Never more.
Never more. So, Tim, you want to add on?
I mean, there wasn't much. Yeah, I guess like I took that SAT in August, which was pretty cool. That's really it.
Everyone, yeah. You know, like some people like actually like get us earlier, like junior year, like
Yeah.
during. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I felt yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I knew people. I knew
Um,
people who took it on the 2400 scale our sophomore year
Oh my god.
before
Dude,
junior. Yeah, insane.
Oh my god. But yeah, moving into the actual school year, I mean, senior year, I just remember being in the main hallway at BC, like those yellow lockers with our motto. Do you guys remember that?
What
Next to
was the
Zhang's
motto?
room. I forgot.
Wait,
honestly.
was that honesty, integrity, respect?
Oh, was that us?
Dude, I don't remember, man. I don't
Was
remember.
that our senior year?
Was that us?
Bro,
it's
It's
either-
so irrelevant. We just
It's
don't
either
remember.
senior or junior year, like, cause
Yeah.
I just remember
just remember
signing all
the-
those papers.
yeah.
Man.
I just remember the ugly yellow lockers, and
Yeah.
we would flex that like we're right next to the lower cap. Yeah, I don't know. Senior was, yeah, first half like I said before, and like you guys said before, it wasn't like the greatest because it was more like an extension of junior year. But then, well, I mean, did anything happen first half senior year? Like homecoming?
I mean,
Polo got kicked out.
Oh, that's true.
That's
Whole
when that
situation.
happened.
That's
Yeah,
true.
You're right.
Okay, I don't know the situation that. So if you guys want to go on that tangent,
It was another Seatown boy
Well, no. Okay,
that
first of
got
all,
kicked out.
they don't know the situation either. I know the situation because
Yes.
I was in that class.
right?
So-
Okay.
Well, Tim, you had it for homeroom, so maybe you know a little bit. But so if you guys don't
Not
know
for long. She was out.
I mean, if you guys know, anybody listening knows Dr. Hoa. She's this 4'11" Puerto Rican woman. I think she's Puerto Rican. She's so intimidating. She's like 4'11" with like an extra 3 feet of attitude, right? So, but
she's like Edna from Mr. Incredibles, or not Mr. Incredibles.
from The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, for
That's what everybody used to say. But I mean, I liked her a lot as a teacher, but I think I mentioned this in the last podcast that she could definitely like say some things that get you the wrong way, right? So so this will make sense in a second. During our junior year, she told us the story about how she hates Korean people because her neighbor is Japanese and she's friends with a Chinese woman, but she doesn't know any Korean people. So she just says, oh, I hate Korean people because I don't know any Korean people.
Okay,
right?
disclaimer to anyone that's listening and doesn't know BCA. Our school is like literally. So this was
Yeah.
the audience wasn't very appropriate for this, but yeah, keep
I
going.
think
Sorry.
we have 40% Asian population, and I
Well,
would
we
say-
we definitely had 50% Asian.
you'd say so?
No, like I'm pretty sure statistically it was that was true.
1 in 2 people. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, that's
3.5
actually
right
absurd.
here.
Okay, wait, sorry, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so then she would say stuff like that, right? And then like you know, most of our honestly class was right. So I mean, nobody really took offense to it in our class, right? So it was just like whatever, right? It just Hoa being Hoa. And then Chan is right. So there's an issue with the kid in the class below us. And this was during our senior year. So we have Hoa once. We had the first class of the year, right? And it's just her messing around with us, right? Whatever. And we don't really do anything. And then we don't have class for the next 3 weeks. We just sign into lower calf, no class, right? And then everybody's happy because with no Hoa, that means no stress on my body. You know what I mean? Like I said last time, I had biological stress. So, no class is, fun. But then you realize like what's going on, right? And then I don't remember when this information was said. At some point during the 3 weeks it was said though. But some kid in the year below us, I think Hoa said, I don't like Korean people or I hate Korean people. And then he went and mentioned that some kid, junior at the time, mentioned that to his parents, and his parents were, or his mom or somebody, has connection with the KPPO.
Oh yeah,
Let me tell
and
you
they
something.
made a huge
Nobody
deal out
knows.
of it.
Dude, let me tell you, nobody, if you haven't gone to BCA, you got to understand, we have a parent organization called PPO, right? Which is like your parent teacher organization, right? And then we have KPPO, like we have an exclusive Korean one
Specifically.
for Koreans. That should just tell you what the population looks like at BCA. And then when
I should just tell you what the attitude of our school is too. Like
you said that not,
it was just-
okay,
yeah.
you said that
I
not,
mean, I'm not wrong.
but and then anyway, so that became a big deal. There was actually like propaganda. There was like news articles written in
Yeah.
Korean. It was posted on in our Facebook group that we had for HL Spanish. I had to hit the Google Translate thing and everything to read it, and I was like, "Man, what the heck is going on here?" Right? And then eventually she got removed, but she didn't get fired because I don't think teachers can just get straight up fired because they're part of a union. They have tenure, but then she was just relocated somewhere else in the district. And then eventually, that whole situation went down. And the rumor was that this kid, who's from Seatown, unfortunately, said he wanted to just move into a lower, or just move from HL to SL Spanish, and he just said that as an excuse to get out. But that's the rumor. I don't know if that's true. I don't know the kid. I don't know what he looks like. He didn't take the bus with us, so I never was able to ask him about that. But it was one kid in particular that caused pain for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And then we had seltzer. That's when health goes over. Dude. Does anybody else want to talk before I get into seltzer? Because then I could just go on a little bit.
No, just go.
I'm good.
Okay. So let me just say something. So I get moving into a higher level, teaching a higher level Spanish class in like the middle of the year or like beginning of the year, right? It's hard. I get that, right? But there's about 6 million different ways to do it better than Seltzer. Seltzer hated me, and I gotta just make that clear. She didn't like me. She didn't like anybody who sat in the back of the room. Basically, whoever sat closer to her were her favorites. And I sat at the other end of the table. It was me, Philip Bartel, and then I think my guy Anthony DeSimone had Lucy Choi on one side. It was just like all the goons in the back, right? And then all the kiss ups in the front. So she liked those kids. And I think the best way for me to talk about how much I dislike Seltzer is through things that she did. So I think the best example of this is we're doing some assignment in class, right? And everybody's just on their computer. And for like 30 minutes, I was just on r/MBA, right? I'm not doing it, right? But then class is ending, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do some of this work. So I start typing something, and I'm going like this. I'm just smirking a little bit on my computer or whatever. And she goes, Tarek. I'm like, what? And she's like, are you smiling? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you can't smile in this class. And then she gives a speech to everybody. She's like, if you're smiling in this class, that means you're not doing work. You're not taking the work seriously. And I'm just like, dude, I just cracked a smirk. Like, what you yelling at me for? What did I do? She did the same thing to Maria later. Who she cracked a smirk, got yelled at, whatever reason. That's Exhibit A. Exhibit B, we had to do a presentation on artwork, right? And I did some BS piece, right? And honestly, she wanted us to give a 5-minute presentation about the piece in Spanish. We have to pick a piece by ourselves, right? I can't even give like a 5-minute presentation on this artwork in English. So like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do it in Spanish, but I just gave some basic presentation. And then Phil was, my guy Philip Bartel, he did a presentation about his own artwork. So the previous year, we had to do artwork. We had to do like some collage or something.
Wait, that's actually hilarious. That's actually so funny.
What a guy.
The previous year, junior Spanish, we had to create like some piece of artwork, and he made something about like Russian women being oppressed. So and he made the artwork, right? And he was doing a presentation on it. And half the kids who were in that junior year Spanish class. We're in the senior year Spanish class. So everybody starts laughing, right? Because Phil's like, yo, I just did this presentation on myself. You guys laughed, right? And then it was a good presentation. Like, who's better to give a presentation about artwork than the artist, right? Who did the artwork. After class, I left, and Maria and I left. I think we're just outside, and then we're waiting for Phil because Seltzer wanted to talk to him. Phil walks out and he's pissed. I'm like, dude, why are you so mad? He was like, Seltzer made me redo my presentation. And we were just like, why? And he said that since everybody in the class was laughing, nobody took his presentation seriously, so he has to redo it because she thinks that he didn't take the assignment properly. I'm like, dude, just, he was like, okay, if everybody else is laughing, I don't know how I'm supposed to, right? But she was just like, no, it doesn't matter. You're not taking this assignment seriously. Like, I don't appreciate like you taking this class as a joke. And he was like, okay, right? And then he ended up having to write a totally separate essay, not related to this. I'm like, dude, whose fault is that for laughing? I was trying not to laugh. It was funny because I saw that. I didn't realize he was doing that. But the fact that, you know, everybody else is laughing, how is he supposed to control that? Exhibit C. We spent 2 months doing this project, the trabajo escrito, which is like a written task, right? And she said we couldn't work on it at home.
I remember that.
We couldn't use Google Translate or any like Spanish dictionary for 2 months, right? The day before it's due, she's like, "Oh, you can go home and finish this." And I'm like, we just wasted 2 months doing this project when I'm gonna type it all into SpanishDictionary.com at the very end and just copy and paste it into and type it in and print it out and submit it or whatever, right? And I'm like, all right, waste of time, waste of 2 months. Exhibit D, she yelled at my guy Anthony Diorio, and you guys know Anthony, right? A1, Anthony's a business kid, right? Nice guy, right? Great athlete. I saw this guy run once. I was like, geez, this guy's flying, right?
Yeah, runs like a
runs like a gazelle, sprints like a gazelle. But she started like yelling at him because she didn't scroll down on one of his Google Docs. And she thought that he only wrote like one word in Spanish and submitted it. What is this? And he was like, dude, just scroll down. And she scrolled down. She figured out that you can actually like have more than like 2 pages worth of Spanish. I don't know. She was crazy. And then the last thing that she did was probably the most underhanded. There was Princeton was giving out a teaching award, right? And she made us do a special lesson while this person from Princeton came in and watched us like do a lesson so she could get the award, right, or something. And she made us do something completely different than what we usually. She had us making like rainforest noises, and we had to like clap and stuff. It was really interactive. It was really weird. And then she picked 2 students that she said she taught the most. And then they got interviewed by these people from Princeton. And then she picked Christian Rodriguez, who speaks fluent Spanish without Seltzer. And then he was getting interviewed by this Princeton person or whatever, right? And Christian's a nice guy, so he's going to say good things about it, right? And then she won the award. If there was a protest for the award, I would have got and been like, excuse me, you're not winning anything. If they interviewed me or Phil or anybody who sat in the back of the class, we would have all been like, no, excuse me, I refuse to be a part of this. She does not deserve to win this award. So actually, I'm not kidding when I did this. I actually tanked my IB Spanish grade, not like my class grade. I tanked the actual test because I don't want her to like look good. What is one person gonna do? Nothing, right? But you guys know me. I'm a man of principle. I'm a man of my word. So I'm like, I don't like you. I'm taking my own grade. I don't care about anything else. I'm taking my own grade. I intentionally wrote like the wrong. Okay, it takes skill to like do it wrong. I would use like the wrong adjective. Like, you know, when you say something's long, right? I think you say largo, but when you say something's large, you say grande. So I would say when something's big, I'd say that's largo instead, right? Just like tiny things just to show she didn't teach us anything. And I tanked that. I tanked my
petty.
I tanked my written pad. I tanked my oral task. I tanked the actual test. I was just like, I'm not doing this, man. I refuse to like make you look good in anything. If she wasn't so like, because all these other teachers I've talked about, I said they're nice people, they're good teachers. She just wasn't any of the above. So I got problems with her. And I'm on the alumni board of BCA, if you guys didn't know. So I might have to actually interact with her.
Weird flex, but okay.
So, oh no, what I'm just saying is, if you have to interact with me at any point, Celso, just know this is how I feel about your class. Waste your time. I hope you're a better teacher now for all those other kids. That's my rant of the day.
Wow, Tarek came
Dude.
prepared. He gave us A, B, C, D, and E, bro.
Yeah, that was a 5-part essay.
Bro, honestly,
Yeah, 6
probably
pillars of
could've-
debate. Nah, 5 pillars of Celsius out here.
Bro, that was crazy.
I could have wrote my written task about how bad it sucked.
You should have, man.
Trabajos,
You should've, you
Rito.
You should have.
Dude, it was bad. We had like 2 quizzes the entire year, and our grade was like 30% of our grade. I was like, dude, what is going on here? I hated that. When I went into that class, I just, can this please end? Because it just drained the life out of me. I lost 10 years of my life going into that. But that's my Spanish spiel. Let's lighten up the mood a little bit.
I mean, I don't know how easy we could go. Bro. Oh my god.
Let's talk
Wait.
about college stuff. We can talk about.
Wait, I think one thing we should talk about is whatchamacallit, senior experience. I feel like that's pretty unique to our school, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh
Tim,
my
talk about
god.
yours.
Talk about mine.
Yeah, because I know you did nothing.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
All right, let me tell you. All right, so I'll give a brief background about what senior experience is. First of all, so our high school, for seniors, basically every Wednesday, they allow seniors to like do I don't know, like an internship or like a volunteer thing,
Yeah.
or yeah,
They
something
force
like
you.
yeah, basically you have to do that. Or like if you don't have one, you have to go into school and basically do chores for teachers.
Like work for a teacher, yeah.
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 So
Like fix cabinets.
yeah, basically that's what it was. And honestly, at first, I was like, dang, I actually have to get something for senior experience, right? I was like, kind of like trying to take it seriously. But honestly, as like the like first semester went on, I was just like, I can just like do whatever, you know, because it's like senior year. So like, I'm gonna chill. So I hit on my boy BP Brian Park. His dad is a FIBA agent, so basically international basketball, and I would just go into the office and he basically just do whatever he tells me to do. But a lot of it consisted of like watching film.
Bro,
On,
Tim
like-
would Snapchat me during the day.
I would watch film.
Work. And this kid's like, bro, this guy played for East Side. I was like, bro, like,
No, Tim, tell him about church league.
Oh,
Tell him about how
okay.
you
So
do church
so
league.
yeah. So in the first semester, that's like what I did. I like basically saw people's like resumes, like people who are trying to play overseas, right? But then the second semester, what I did was like my advisor, so BP's dad, he was basically the GM of, or like the owner of like this church basketball league that
Commissioner.
oh, he was commissioner of this church basketball league that both Tark and I happened to be a part of. Like we played in the league. But anyways, basically like he wanted me to like keep track of stats, like film and all that. So
the website too, right?
yeah, so basically like I was keeping track of a website every week. I'd like run stats and whatnot. But yeah, and typically like that would take up like what 2-3 hours, and by like 12 I'm like done with all the work that I have to do. For lunchtime, like Chan worked pretty close by, so I just like pick him up and we get lunch together. So that was nice. But otherwise, like, dude, I was straight chilling, watching a lot of film, learning about like Asian pro basketball leagues, like. Oh, and not to mention, there were I went to like a couple like tryouts.
Oh yeah, tryouts, yeah.
Where I got to see like
I remember that.
basically I got to see like basketball players play, like people who trying to play overseas. They're
Are
like,
there any good ones?
honestly
like-
not really. Like basically my advisor just, like BB's dad was just like roasting everyone. He was like, yeah, everyone here sucks. He's like, everyone here sucks. And I was like, oh okay, yeah. It doesn't seem like anyone was like that good.
Oh my
Because like I feel like that jump, and I'll talk about this really briefly. Like the jump is like I feel like has to do with more about like your physical, like your and everyone was just like, I don't know, like 5'11", like between
okay.
5'11", 6'4", and they're just like quick or like whatnot. They have like they seem like they
Or
played
like-
like D3, like highest level, but yeah, that's really it.
It's like one or two skills that are decent, and everything else doesn't make up for it.
Sure, something
of-
like that.
Okay, see, Tim, I think that's pretty cool. Except that, so like Tim mentioned, I played in that church league, right? And Tim is a better basketball player than me, and we played on different teams. So this guy would send highlights of him scoring on me.
Yeah,
Tim
was Snapchat me his highlight.
Stop. He's like, yo, this spin move was dirty.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Relax, man.
He always looks at his spin move because that's all he does.
Because fast. Okay, look. In senior year of high school, I'm 5'11",
Oh my
140 pounds. Tim's about like 6'2", 360 pounds. So
Oh
when
yeah,
he's coming,
360.
when he's coming downhill and he does a spin move, I'm backing up. I'm under the hoop and he scores on me, right? He doesn't say anything during the game, but I know that Wednesday, I'm trying to, I'm going to sleep. I'm
That
trying to forget all this
Wednesday.
stuff, right? That Wednesday, he's sending me the clip. He's like, yo, I just scored on you. He's like, yo, I got more points than you this game, man. Like, what you doing?
That's true.
I got more rebounds, more assists.
Like when we actually played, I rarely talked trash on the court. Actually, I talked trash with like my teammate. Remember Tar? Remember?
What's the guy's name? The fat guy, right?
Yeah,
Bro, what?
like dude, this is crazy. Like,
We'll talk
Okay.
about this during our sports podcast.
sure we can, but like it was really stupid too. But yeah, that's pretty
Tim
much.
had a great time.
Yeah, my senior experience was like really like chill. Like also like on Wednesdays, like so typically like your advisor has to like sign stuff, right? Saying like, oh, you were here for this amount of time, and like, yeah, I mean, I stuck around for that amount of time, like most of the time, but he'd also let me out early, so that's nice for me, I guess. But yeah,
What did you guys do? Iwon Chan.
I work for a lawyer. I work for a law firm. He was also a sports agent, but mostly I worked with like law stuff within the sports world. So therefore, like I worked with a lot of like statistics, balance sheets.
oh, so we were doing the same thing.
Not really. No. I was writing like letters to like athletes. I was talking to scouts. I was talking to NFL scouts for an
Oh,
athlete.
cool.
We had a lot of pitchers. Like he did baseball and football mainly. We had a lot of pitchers from the DR. So I had to figure out like their plane ticket and like all the law stuff to get into the country and stuff like that, so they could actually play. So I learned a lot about like obviously law and like doing sports and on top of that. But I worked for a lawyer. He was a lawyer first and then a sports agent. So that was really cool to see. And yeah, I basically just worked like, and also it was on Wall Street, like just like downtown Manhattan. It was very far, considering that where we live is in another state. So it was early mornings and then I have to go straight to basketball practice. So it was like, yeah, it was a lot, but it was fun.
Not gonna lie though, like for the people who did something serious, like they got robbed, man. They need to get paid.
Bro,
Yeah,
I should have got paid.
For
But
sure.
you know what? He got
People
me
should've
once
gotten
sometimes.
paid, man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I know. Bro, he got so much work out of me. It was insane. Like I was doing statistics for him. Like it was insane. Like
Dude, I was doing statistics too, though.
okay, but like
Tim, counting your points per
not
game is
your own,
not
not your own.
statistic.
Dude, I was counting your points per game too, bro.
That's true. Would I
Yeah.
finish seventh in the league in scoring? I think I did.
Wait, Chen, what did
It
you
was
do?
below me.
Me? I worked
You're too.
I worked in this like one man company. The guy's name is Joe Barbera, I think. That's what his name was. And it was oh my goodness. It was me, Bowen, Zen.
Oh wow.
Big Z, my guy, bro.
I feel like we had and then I think Rodrigo was there. Was Rodrigo there? Yeah, so it'd be like the four of us, right? And like in the beginning we kind of worked on something, right? So like to give some background, this man, his company name is Lab Recon, and he's like trying to compete against Arduino because this man's like a genius, right? So he's capable of making microcontrollers from scratch, and he's trying to make his own, and he's getting like competition and like pressure from like Arduino to like because it's so good apparently. Anyway, Yeah, the guy developed like hydrogen fuel cells back in the day, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, we're just there. The four of us are there. I thanks Tarek. Yeah, I love this support, man. No, it's really important. Anyway, so like we just show up, and then the man would be like, "Hey, I got a project for you," but this man's so smart, so we don't understand how to do anything, right? So I think for the first semester we kind of tried, like to actually get some work done, and then we all kind of like degenerated. So like one of us like yeah, like
What? Okay.
like one of us took out our laptops and like just start playing games. I swear it wasn't me. Okay.
Are you sure about
I
that?
like how
Chad?
he's, I like how he's quick to.
Yeah, I love how. Yeah, he was, I
No,
swear it wasn't me.
He was so quick to-
yo, calm down.
And what was Chad doing before this call? Tetris.
Tetris
okay,
master, man.
okay. But
Oh my God.
like, so what happened was, so I pulled up Minecraft for the first time, like in the thing, and then I opened up a LAN party. So the four of us just played Minecraft the entire time. Feigned some work. So like, once like senior writers like fully hit, like second try, like it would basically just I come in, work on like some like mechanical thing that I was doing that I finished like 3 weeks ago. But he thinks that something's wrong with it. So I go in, work on that a little bit, open up the Minecraft LAN party. Everybody plays. It's lunchtime. I get lunch with Tim. LAN party, and then I just go home. That's basically what it was.
What a life.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Chan definitely should not have gotten paid, which he did. So.
Yeah, I didn't. And then I switched in the latter half because I got bored. Yeah. So I switched my internship to like working at church. Because like my pastor actually needed help at the time.
Yes.
Because a lot of my pastors actually left, so he needed some like manpower basically. So I worked there. That was actually very productive.
I remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to manage a lot of things.
Tarek, you want to close this out with senior experience?
Yeah, close up.
Yeah, I mean, I did horticulture therapy, which was just completely different than anything else I saw. Because there was a huge list of previous experiences on a website that we looked at, and I saw that, and I was like, dude, none of this looks like anything I'd like to do. So I just picked the strangest thing that I kind of had a little experience in, which was horticulture therapy. It was a great experience, but hospital life is definitely not for me, I would say. Being there with all these patients and stuff kind of just proved that to me. This wasn't my field. So, I don't know if you guys really took anything career-wise out of your internship, but I really just took it like, okay, I know this is something I definitely don't want to do, but I did enjoy the experience. It was a good experience. And I got $6 lunch every day in New York, so every time I was there. In the cafeteria, hot lunch, guacamole and chips, and apple juice, $6. With staff employee discount and $5 off every time.
Were you in New York City?
I was in the city.
Dude.
We took the bus together.
You're right. You're right. I totally forgot.
We took
Oh my God, can we talk about that, please? Like the fact that I would. Yeah, I remember. Oh my God.
Yeah, Wong and I would take the bus home together. We text each other.
We sat next to each other. Yeah.
We're like, what time? And we sat next to each other on the town bus too, so it was just like nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing changed.
Damn. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I still slept on this bus.
Yeah.
So that's senior experience.
But yeah, senior experience was kind of a big part, I would say, especially because it was just unique to us. But
that kind of leads into, because I think what Chan was mentioning, like for Tim was, they were doing actual stuff in the interview. I think that also kind of lined up with how our attitude towards school went, because first semester everybody's going hard, right? Maybe like half a second semester, and by the time that's done, everybody's just kind of done with school.
Yeah, I feel that. So talk about second semester. Is it too early to talk about prom? Or I mean, what else was there?
Talk about admissions, college admissions. If anything.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't have. Did you guys have like a special place, like one? I know a lot of people have like the college to go to. Like everyone had like something to go to. I just had a list of like things I wanted from the school. Not like, oh, I need to go to X school. I need to go to this school. Like, I don't know.
I mean, every school that I applied for was a school at the time I wanted to go to. I don't think you should be like, damn, I really want to go to this one school, because what are the chances of you getting in, right? No matter what school
What
it
if
is.
you really want to
So
go to Rutgers? I think you can make it.
Yeah, I mean, but like you can't. I don't think you should just just saying like I really just want to go to out of this and not put my time and resources into anything else. But so I think you should have a list of schools like or a list of things you want from a school.
Yeah, I didn't like. I know a lot of people have like because of this reason. I don't know. I just felt like I was like
Yeah,
I was
range.
totally okay with it.
I guess I was kind of like that, right? Because like I only wanted to go to 3 schools, which was
Okay, there you
Columbia, Carnegie Mellon, which is where I am right now, and then Rutgers. Those are like my only 3 options.
Should have came to Rutgers with me. We could have been roommates.
Wait,
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah, nah.
Chan would get ruined. Chan would get ruined.
Nah.
Chan would
One
get
twin size bed.
ruined.
Bro, hell no.
Chan, I would have so much fun with that. You don't even.
Bro, Chan would not be the person he is now.
Yeah.
You would influence him like crazy, I feel like.
No, I don't even think. I think Chan and I would just be bad roommates because like 6 a.m. and I sleep at like 10 p.m. So I think that'd just be bad.
No. Okay. My freshman year was kind of like that, but like I sleep at like 10 nowadays, so it's all good.
I don't believe that. But anyway, moving
Oh
on.
my goodness, fun.
I don't believe that for a fact either. I don't
Oh
believe that.
yeah, but yeah. So I like early decisioned into Carnegie, so my results
I
came
remember
out
that.
like December 14th. So I checked out like
I was so
December
happy for you.
15th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you were stressing out on the bus. I remember early morning bus rides, we
Yeah,
talking about that.
yeah. We
I
talked
was so
about
happy
that.
for you. That was awesome.
Dude, I just love how you got into Carnegie and got rejected by Northeastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year Northeastern went crazy though. Like not
That
crazy.
was
but
like
they just started.
that was one of the first years they started being tough.
You're
Yeah.
smacking.
Actually, a lot of schools start being like that.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
A
we
lot
got
of
smacked that
schools.
year. Yeah.
That's true.
A lot of schools
No
got
MIT.
super tough for like no reason.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think I ED'd. I don't remember if I ED. Actually, I think I did ED. I think I ED'd to Cornell. Got rejected, of course. But then I EA'd to Rutgers, which was rolling admissions. And then that was my first acceptance. And after I got into Rutgers, I was just like, dude, nothing else matters. Like, as long as I'm in one school, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to Rutgers. So I was just like, and that's where I'm at now. So I'm just like, as long as I'm in one place, everything else is cool.
Yeah, it's just like you're happy there, you know.
Actually,
Yeah.
well, okay.
What?
I was gonna say one thing is.
Sorry,
the
you
last,
cut out.
Oh, okay. What I was gonna say was the last school on my list after I got into Rutgers was actually Michigan. Funny enough, because of the weather.
Go blue, baby.
You wanted to go that cold.
Yeah, I could have gone to Mich, but like I was just like, dude, the weather sucks. So I'm like out of this list.
Oh, okay.
It's a good school. I'm not. Tim goes there, which is a reason why I wouldn't. But like I just didn't want to.
I ED to Northwestern, and part of most of the reason was because I went to that school for most of like their summer program, and also a lot of my family was in Chicago, like near Evanston, which is where Northwestern was. But even like when I didn't make it. Obviously, I got rejected. I wasn't even like kind of like I was just kind of wasn't like phased by it because it wasn't like do or die. It was kind of just like let's just see what happens kind of idea. Like
Yeah, for sure.
So and then after that, crazy. I had Nova. It was between Nova, Drexel, Northeastern, NYU, Rutgers. And the thing was, I was waiting on more decisions from NYU, and I think Northeastern too. But at that point, with the deal that Nova gave me, amount of money me, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, and also I just really enjoy Nova too. So it just worked out. For me, it just luckily it worked out. So yeah, I think I got very lucky.
Sure. Tim, what were your final options? Like Michigan and what else?
Literally, probably just Michigan and Northeastern. I got accepted to the first three schools that I heard back from, and then everywhere else I just got rejected. So
or
yeah,
waitlisted?
No, I didn't get waitlisted nowhere.
Oh dang, that's rough, buddy.
I got deferred, but that's like what? But yeah.
For me, I was actually down to NYU, Rutgers, and Bryant's University, and
Kobe Bryant University.
Kobe.
No, rest in peace, rest in power, not Kobe Bryant. NYU, I would have loved to wear that purple, but it's too much. And then,
Bro, it's so expensive.
Dude, it's too much. I love that purple, even though they got removed from NCAA a long time, D1 because of point shaving scandals. That's okay. I sacrificed basketball.
Yeah, they're D3. Yeah.
They're because they were D1. They were a big deal back in the 50s, but then point shaving killed them. And then it was between Bryant and Rutgers, and Bryant was like, "Yo, we give you this nice deal." Okay, nice deal, right? I see you, right? I thought I was going there. I thought I was. Yo, but like they said, like their best scholarship, and I was like, "Damn, maybe I can go here for free, right?" And then I see their scholarship, and I compared it to Rutgers, and it was actually the same price. I was like, "This is not." Like, I was just like, "I'll just go to Rutgers." Also, I pulled a Chan move, and I looked up Bryant University reviews, and they said the food around there was really bad. Food on campus was bad, and restaurant food was bad. So I was like, "Man, I can't have this. I'm going to Rutgers." Food is great at Rutgers, so I gotta say, food was part of my decision.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I wish
So-
I'd take that into account.
Was it called Commitment Day where we all like had to wear our stuff or whatever the
Oh,
swag?
I missed it. I
Decision
forgot
Day?
about it.
Oh, Decision Day. Yeah.
Commitment day.
First,
Oh, dude.
Commitment day.
Something, right?
Sounds like we're going to like a
There you
D1
go.
like scholarship.
What are we all going to Duke or something? We're gonna sign on.
Clemson for football. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That was pretty fun. I just remember getting all the gear because I visited Nova for.
Should I drop a
Canvas
picture
Day.
of us, like somewhere here?
Yeah, yeah. Tim and I.
I'll
actually
drop
took
it
a
right
nice-
here.
Very nice.
Just because I need to
Yeah.
edit, go back and edit anyways. I'll drop it right
And I
here.
got a Nike long sleeve. It was beautiful. So, yeah.
Wait, we have a picture of all four of us.
No. Chen was not
Wait, I don't-
there.
Wait. Yeah, I don't think I was there.
All right, he's not here anyway, but he's not here mentally.
What do you mean?
But yeah,
I'm
that was
just
a fun
posting jokes.
Okay.
But is there anything else to talk about from like senior year? Oh, I had a lot. I mean, I think the second half of senior year was so fun. Something I did every single day. I had
play basketball at your freeze. That's all I remember.
no, they locked us out of the gym senior year.
Yeah.
No, bro. No.
No, I'm telling you, I was fiending for that gym. Look,
Bro, I was playing in my khakis because I had to present for business. Like, bro, I was.
Are you sure that was? No, I'm pretty sure that wasn't because I know for.
No,
Okay,
it was basically like the latter half of second semester. Or, I mean, second trimester. They started locking down the gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just remember playing.
I mean, to everybody out there, I think something cool that they let us actually play basketball in the gym when there was no, which was really cool because even in college, like it's not that easy to just like walk into the gym and just ball up, right? So
Yeah.
in high school, lunch you got it free, you could just go ball up, which was a lot. And the reason why I know that is because senior year during AP Psych, I actually spent more cumulative time outside of Psych than I did inside of Psych during the school year. I think Tim knows this, right? Because every day I would like 5 minutes into class, I'd raise my hand and Dr.
Can I
Kenny
go to the
would look at me. And I wouldn't even say that. I just point at the door and she just nod. Like, I didn't even need to ask. So I just leave. And then like
That's senior year for you right there.
5
That's
minutes
senior year.
left, I come back into class. But there was one time she let out the class early. And I left and I saw Lucy Choi. And I was like, wait, she's in my psych class. I was like, did she let us out? She's like, yeah, she let us out like 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh shit. So I walked back into class and my stuff was just sitting in the front. And I sat in the back of class. My stuff's in the front. And then Dr. Kinney looks at me like, oh, I wonder when you were going to come back. And I was like, yeah. And I just got my stuff.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh my gosh.
I think you guys know, I used to just wander around.
This man would ask to go to the bathroom and he'd be out for like half the class. More than.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what am I doing? What would I be doing better than out of class? Or what would I be doing out of class? Or what would I be doing in class that would be better than out of class? Nothing. Except Bononomi.
Except Bononomi's class. Oh my
Do you
god.
remember Bononomi's class?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bononomi. It was the legend. It was a goat.
My
table.
legendary homeroom
It was a
t-shirt.
goat table. It was me, Tariq, Chan. We had Phil, Sean Robin, and
Kevin.
Kevin Shin.
And
Oh, and Philip
Hahn.
Hahn. And Philip Hahn.
And Philip Hahn.
Bro.
Wait, didn't Bonomi play pad? That was like a big thing.
He played pet.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he
he
did
did
play
that.
plaid.
He did some Pokemon reference on one of our quizzes that he was just an AIDS monster, but that was perfect because we were in AIDS class.
Dude, our table was so great.
Yeah.
Because Sean would fall asleep every day. I don't know how. Every
Tarek
day.
would ask to go to the
He was
bathroom
so
every day.
nice, I don't just.
What'd you say?
Tarek would ask to go to the bathroom every day.
Because I had to leave, so
Yeah, it
just
was
left.
right after.
I had
He
to
claims,
leave.
he claims it was right after. It was like his time. Like it was like 1 p.m. is like his time to go to the bathroom and all that.
I think every class
Okay.
was my time to go to the bathroom.
I know.
Yeah.
So I just
every
leave. But my
class.
favorite thing in that class is actually another Mikey, because one time, this was on a half day. We had a quiz online on our computer, and this was on Schoology. So we took our quiz. I closed my
I
laptop.
remember that.
We closed our laptop, and then it's me and Phil. Phil sat next to me, and we'd be looking across at the other table, which had Mikey G at it, and Mikey G finished his quiz, but he was playing chess right on his computer. But what he didn't realize is Bononomi has been chess for about 5 minutes now, right? So Mikey G noticed this, so he's like on his computer, and then I don't know what, I think Bononomi like coughed or something, and Mikey G turns around and he like tries to close his laptop. He didn't realize Bononomi was looking at him at the time. Phil saw this and he was drinking water and he spit it out on our entire table because he just got those so loud. What's going on?
That's actually hilarious.
I remember.
Phil had a lot of spit
Dude,
takes.
there were so many like moments with Bononomi. Yeah.
Every table was funny, bro. Every table was.
Yeah, remember when Bononomi started hunting everybody down for like the final project,
Oh,
and then he
bro.
got to Kevin Sheehan.
I don't remember. What did he say to Kevin?
No, he was like, hey Kevin, no, you do realize that you gotta like hand that in like eventually. Like I don't care what you hand in. Like he literally told Kevin Sheehan word for word, yo, like I don't care what you hand in, just hand him a paper with your name on it. Like I'll take that.
Honestly, I bet you he didn't even look at it, man.
Okay, because we had a project at the end of the year, and he every 10K project. And then I remember I did the project, but I think I took most. I think I like basically plagiarized most of that project. So I remember Tim was doing something legit, and I was like, I'm not.
I was doing something legit. What?
I remember you
did?
told me like, because you were like making fun of me for not doing something legit, and you were just like, you should do something legit, and I'm like, no. And then I remember you were doing something.
Wait, what's your?
That's interesting.
Okay,
I have no idea what I did.
I
don't
just
remember what you did
I
either.
modeled burning down a house. That's all I did.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
That I remember.
Yeah.
Chen did
That's
something
not
stupid.
weird at all.
Burning down a what?
Well, it's technically like how to save a house from burning down. Like,
Oh.
That's not what you
yeah.
just said.
Yeah, you're like burning a house.
I mean,
down.
but that's basically what it was, right? Like, yeah.
Anyway, but that was
No, that was fun.
fun. No, dude, I think
Good class.
senioritis is probably the most fun. Just having senioritis was just so great. Not doing anything, dude. I got so bored in school. I would start checking Facebook, but I wouldn't check like the posts or anything. I would check the ads and I would check suggested friends to see how Facebook was stalking me. So I remember one time I was talking about Sky Zone with my friends. Next day I get all Sky Zone ads.
Sky
I'm like,
Zone.
I see you stalking me. I see you stalking me. Like
That's
I don't look it up.
crazy.
Stalking me. But and I would check suggested friends to see like if I met somebody new, like would they suggest that person to be my friend. But like who does that? I would always do that when I went to the bathroom. I just sit on the toilet, scrolling through Facebook.
Then-
Those were good times, man. Those were fun. Just not doing anything. You guys feel me on that?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, Chan, you didn't do anything to begin with, so.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Even more so.
Last year,
Even more
last
so.
year you were convincing me you never got.
Wait, what?
Okay, I think I cut out. Chan, do
cut
you
out.
remember last year? You were trying to convince me that you never got a senior.
well, yeah.
Because he was always in a constant state of senioritis.
I had
Yeah,
senioritis
he was
since
already-
freshman year. Like I didn't like get it. It was just like,
Chan, you were telling me you were working harder after college admission.
nah, that's not.
No.
There's no way. There's no way.
No, you were trying to convince me. You were like, yo, when. I was like, Chan, that is
Okay,
not
what?
you at all.
Wait, what?
So
Wait,
don't
what'd you
even
say?
lie to me.
You just cut out for like a good 2 seconds.
Okay, Chan was like, when I see light at the end of the tunnel, like I start working harder. And I was like, what are you? And he was like, yo, high school's about to end, man. Like, I can actually work on this stuff. And I was like, dude,
Wait, but
second.
like, okay, like, I didn't try classes. I just did the things I wanted to do. That was like academic related.
okay, you probably don't remember this conversation, but you tried to.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And I
that
was
was
like,
a 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
I just remember like talking about like teachers and like stuff that they did. Like my boy Russo, curved my because I was sick for about like a month, like towards the end of my senior year, so I couldn't attend class for about a month, like my latter half of the classes. So I missed a month of physics, and in the class, one test or like two tests maybe determined like 60% of your grade for like the trimester. So the man has this policy where you automatically get a 50, like as long as you write your name on the test. But like, like my average wasn't high enough, so I was close to getting rescinded from like CMU, like pieces of physics basically, right? I had a D plus in that class, and so like, no, but like it's not like I could do anything about it. And then like Russo, my boy, he's a CMU alum, and like once he found out that I was going to CMU and stuff, and we're kind of close, sort of. So
Kinda
he was
close,
just like,
sort of.
he was like, yo, I got you. So he curves my 0 to a 50 like he does for everybody. Sees that it's still a D plus, curves it again to a 75, and then he's like, you have a C now. Yo, we're all good now. Yeah, so my boy Russo.
He's the reason why you are still.
Russo did ruin my
CMU.
life sophomore year.
Oh,
But
yeah.
He was a G though.
Chan, I
Yeah.
think we should send this clip to CMU admissions so you just
Yeah, you do
so you
that.
get that at
2 years
CMU
into
right
it.
now.
Yeah, if you're gonna send it, yo, shout out to my boy Michael Axon. Took that test, studied his butt off, got like a 54 or something like that. Yeah.
And then you didn't take it, you got to
Yeah, I didn't take it. Yo, I'm pretty sure like the median score was under a 75 for that class.
Chef finesse.
My goodness.
Yeah, Michael was mad at me for a week, I think, because we were in the same class. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I think that's it.
Well, for me and Tim, we have basketball. And the one time yearbook came, I was not there. I'm not listening.
Oh, that's
you
true.
Were you not listed with the athletes for basketball?
Yeah, literally, I was
No,
not.
Yeah, that's
the night we took photos, he wasn't there, so it was
I was not
kinda
there. I
tragic.
wasn't there. The
Damn.
one game I didn't go, but it's okay. I played. So it's all good. Like,
You got the
played
stats.
varsity 4 years, so yeah, I got my stats.
You got points. Oh, for your yo, he's flexing, bro. It's not even.
And
a
then soccer.
podcast.
He's a
Soccer. Do you really want me to flex?
We have a flex podcast next. We're coming up soon.
Nah.
Sports
I'm
podcast.
totally kidding. Like soccer though was like that was a meaningful year because we went the furthest. Obviously, our senior. We won our league for like our first time in a while because our boys at Clifton were our rivals, and we finally beat them. And like, yeah, it was a good time. So, like for me, like that was really special for me senior year. Like that soccer team was super special. Yeah, it was a good time.
Good.
But yeah. And then in the springtime, I was free, boys. I was free.
Yeah.
Because in the fall, winter, I'm
I kept
gone.
giving you rides, right? I gave you rides.
Yeah, that was fun. It was
I used
Tim,
to play,
Tim,
I
and
used to play
Tim and
Lil B in the
Target.
car.
Yeah.
Playing Lil B. Do you remember Rich Ho? I would play Rich Ho,
Yeah.
and then you just didn't get the music, and I was like, you just gotta.
I just sat there and I just. And
I don't think I ever gave Chan a ride, or I don't think I gave him a lot.
Yeah. No,
Dude,
no.
I gave Chan
Tim
rides
Morrison.
illegally, man.
Oh, you're really cool. Oh, you're super sick, man. I bet you have a lot of friends, man.
oh my.
You probably gets all the girls, man. Actually,
Wait, what? I'm lost.
I'm talking to Tim.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm not talking to you, Chan. We know you get the girls. I think that
Yeah, we already talked about this channel with you.
no, that's not true. I don't know what you're saying. Okay.
Doesn't this just take us into prom more or less?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's pretty much the last thing.
Well, I mean, there's other things, no?
Like
I can't
what?
think of anything.
Or
I
at least I
talking a
can't-
lot.
Like like there were a lot of like end of the year senior events, no? Or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
but I think prom was our first of those events, right?
Really?
Well, we had the
Oh, it's a
breakfast.
project graduation, right?
we had,
Oh, yeah, we had project. We had the senior
we had the
breakfast.
breakfast. That's all.
We
I
had
remember.
graduation. At
Oh, the yearbook. That's when we got our yearbooks. Oh yeah.
But I think we had prom first before any of that, right?
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
you're
no.
right.
Did we?
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
no
we did.
idea.
You know what? You might be right.
I think so. I think I'm right.
Yeah.
I think prom was June 15th or June 13th or something.
I don't know
Damn.
how you would know that.
I don't know how you remember that.
Because I'm sick, bro.
So prom. I don't know. Prom was just.
Okay, I'm flex. Okay, it's my time to flex. I went to two
Go ahead,
proms.
Tori.
I went to two proms, C-Town prom and BCA prom. And I must say, I had a way better time at C-Town. for sure. Man, that was so fun. I was dapping up like everybody that I knew, man. My hand was hurting at the end of the night. Man, like I thought my hand was gonna fall off, man.
Tim and I went to their
yeah, you
one
saw
of the
you guys
biggest, yeah, to one of the biggest like
houses ever, right?
yes,
They had. She invited like the girl who lived there invited the entire town.
Every town.
All in like this property.
Tim, do you remember we couldn't find parking?
I know.
That was absurd.
We had to park like a couple blocks
2
away.
blocks down. Like, it was crazy. Like,
I honestly like. Okay, I mean like prom was fun, but okay, I have a couple bad stories about prom, and this is probably gonna make me look like a bad person.
It's okay. Everyone knows you're a bad person.
it's okay. We already know that you're.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But, okay, I've been talking too much. Maybe I'll tell.
No,
okay, I've
you
been
can't
talking
just
too
do
much.
that. You can't just be like, you know,
Okay, fine. I wasted a lot of money. Okay, can you hear me? I wasted a lot of money during prom. I had to buy my Cresskill ticket. Had to buy.
I went with you to get the flower. Do you remember that?
I had to buy flower and boutonniere twice. I didn't even get an offer to like get it paid for or anything. I had to. So I was over $100 ticket or C-Town ticket. Tim, you have to edit
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry.
I had to buy my C-Town ticket. I think I bought her C-Town ticket, 2 flowers and boutonnieres. I had to buy her BCA ticket. Our ticket was free, right?
Oh yeah, it was free.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's us,
Shout
boy.
out.
That's the class
Yeah, it
count.
was free.
Go.
Shout out.
It's because you know why? It's because J-Prom did so well.
That's
Yeah.
true. We paid a crap ton for J-Prom.
And then class council had to advertise like crazy to you guys, like pay your dues and like make sure like go to J-Prom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to buy BCA prom ticket. Then I also had to spend money on a limo. Dude, we took a limo from that house in C-Town, our C-Town prom.
Oh,
It was like $95 limo for like a 30-minute limo ride. I'm like, why, bro? Why am I spending money on
so
this?
why are you a bad person?
Because I didn't want to. And then the reason why I'm a bad person at BCA prom. So you guys know who I took, right? I'm not gonna say her name as respect for her.
I kind of forget.
From C-Town. I took her
Wait,
from
actually,
C-Town.
wait.
I can send the message in later.
The one that lived on the street, like that.
No. That's like my sister, not her. One of her friends.
Wait, I actually don't remember. Okay, yeah.
I can
anyways.
send the message.
Okay, sure.
But remember when because at prom I was chilling with. Okay, so then anyway, when I was at prom, I kind of realized this then, but I was hanging out with everybody else because my date just wasn't exciting to me at all. It was just like I could tell she wasn't having a good time, and I was like, damn, she's not having a good time here. At BCA prom, she's gonna have a terrible time, right? So then we get to BCA prom, and I'm chilling or whatever, right? And I'm intentionally like trying to make her, because I'm just like ignoring her. Like I'm trying to get her
Oh,
involved.
you're just
When
a
I
bad
see-
date.
Well, yeah, more or less. But when she like, I remember it was me, Phil, and Maria in line for like one of the pictures. Like like that little picture
Yeah,
thing
photo
over there. Yeah, the photo booth.
Yeah.
And she came up to me. She's like, "Oh, I have to leave now. Like somebody's gonna pick me up." I was like, "Oh, I really hope you have a great had a good time or whatever." And she's like, "Yeah." And then as soon as when she turned around, I went to Phil and Maria. I was like, "Yes, I'm free."
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm
You're
free,
just a
man.
bad date. You're just a bad date. Simple.
Well, okay, I was trying to be a good date, and then I was like, but see, the thing is, I'm not persistent, so I'm just like, I'm done with this. So that was getting that monkey off my back. I was like, man, I'm chilling now.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. That's one way to put it.
Interesting.
But okay, I've been a good date before, but
Yes.
duality of man. I don't know how you guys had. I remember I was grinding on channel out during.
I thought you might have like dropped like some name drop some random girl, and then he said Chan.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I do not remember this.
I was gonna say like,
Tim, you were there. I remember you guys brought. Didn't you guys bring some of your church friends?
Oh yeah,
Which one was
totally
this?
forgot. I brought Yejik.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember this.
Which,
Yeah.
honestly, in hindsight, I have no idea why. But
I remember.
I mean,
he
it just.
was
I mean, it just.
right? So he couldn't go to his prom, so he went to yours instead.
Well,
it's a
I think he
long
didn't go to-
story
it's a long story.
that
Oh,
I
okay.
would
Alright.
just don't need to go into detail.
Sure.
I mean, it wasn't anything bad. It's just a long story.
Yeah.
Okay, but I remember they were like, when I was running, they were all looking at me and they were like, "Who's this clown?" I was like, "Damn, they don't even know me. They don't even know I got the heat, bro."
Bro, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was fun. Oh, that was good. Chan, I remember you just kept looking.
Dude, you
I don't know.
cut
Do you guys have any
out.
fun prom
Cut out,
stories?
cut out.
I was gonna say I didn't really say anything, but do you guys have any other fun prom stories? I mean, prom is prom, right? So you don't really
Prom is
do
prom.
anything.
Prom is prom.
Yeah. It's just good.
Yeah.
Good event overall.
But senior after prom is when it happens. That's when the fun starts. It's when it kicks in.
Did you guys all go to? Did we all go to different ones or not go?
Actually,
I
Chan
think-
and I went to the same one.
Well, yeah. Me and Tim went to the same one.
I went to.
You guys didn't rent out a place, right?
No.
Yeah, we just went there, like being in there and they came
We
back.
did like couple day trips, and that's really it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
I actually like that. That's nice. I stayed at Wildwood, with like 50 people, and like basically we wake up, you know, do our thing, and then basically it was just like staying up for 48 hours. It was a lot of fun, and like we go to the boardwalk. And, yeah, it was a good time, fun time, very fun.
I
Time.
was in the Poconos. Actually, I think my total trip for after prom cost me like $8 for the house. Thanks to my girl Maya. Thank you very much for letting us use that place.
Oh, it's her place? Her
Yeah,
Yeah,
parents'?
it wasn't her place. It was her family's. Like one of. It
That's
was one of her
awesome.
family members' place that they let us. Really nice of her. She didn't have to offer that, but that was really nice of her. And I had a lot of fun there. That was good time. Good time. Chan, I called you when I was there, right?
Yeah, I remember this.
Tim, did I call? I think I called you too.
I would not be surprised if you like called me. You still
Why-
call me
why
to
is
this
that?
day.
Why? I wouldn't call you. Why would I call you?
Wait, I think you called him because I didn't pick up.
No, Chan, I remember you picked up.
No, I didn't pick up in the beginning. You called Tim, and then you called me back because Tim didn't pick up.
Oh yeah, I certainly
and
did
then,
not
and,
pick
and
up.
Then and then I picked up.
I saw Tarek on the phone. I was just like, Tarek? Nah.
But
Nah.
I just called you guys because I was bored. Nothing else. No.
Oh yeah, right. No
Okay,
other reason.
Yeah, okay, funny.
Okay. Okay. But where'd you guys even go for the day trips?
So Chen, you want? Do you even remember Chen?
Did
No.
you guys go to the beach one day?
You know,
That's right, yeah, we went
to the
to-
beach. I just don't know where.
Yeah, we went to
Somewhere in Jersey.
Point Pleasant.
Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah.
And then the next day we went to New York City. So yeah, the beach
Oh,
was
yeah.
beach was like a full day thing, I believe. Yeah, full day
Yeah.
thing. And then I think we're in the city until like afternoonish. Yeah, like late afternoon. That's pretty much it.
Pretty cool.
Had a
Yeah.
good time.
I
There's
just
not
remember
much
getting
else to it.
getting Wawa every single meal. 'Cause we were in
Every
South
single
Jersey.
meal.
Every single meal.
Every meal.
I'm dead ass. And honestly, it wasn't the worst thing ever. So whatever. But and then like the cops rolled through and
The cops coming in clutch.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
clutch.
No, not coming in clutch. Yeah, exact opposite.
that was super weird. Because apparently we had an alarm go off in our house. And I think that alarm automatically triggers like the 911.
Yeah.
And then police came through. I'm dead serious.
Did they
And, like,
shut
we
it down?
stopped everything. And some people, anyone that's watching, some people left. Like, just
They did?
left. They were too scared.
Yo, I would have dipped too.
No. Because the people who stayed were just like 95% of them. Were like the real ones. Like we stayed and like the police didn't actually come after us. They were just patrolling.
Oh, okay.
So like the people that dipped, like they were trying to save their own ass, and it was
Dang.
just.
Hey, one,
And you knew, the people were
Fakers.
at the house were just like, damn, bro, like that actually happened.
They fake.
Well, no,
They
but you gotta
actually, like
understand.
seriously,
You gotta
it was-
understand that police is not friendly with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
No, but it was a thing. It was a thing where it was like,
demographics doesn't
everyone was just kind of overreacting. It was kind of that situation. So, but yeah, that was. Let's just say a lot more stuff happened. Not gonna.
I remember I gave a lot of speeches at during the nighttime at my.
Yeah, I wonder why. Shout out my boy Wheezy. Shout out my boy Mello.
Wheezy was in college. I started shouting at Wheezy, but I remember this was the year Mello got traded on. We graduated in 2018, right? So that was during that year. So I remember, like, while I was talking, right? I remember I just kept talking to Maria, and I was like, "Yo, do you have Melo's number?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, do you have Melo? I need to call Melo. I want him to come back to the Knicks, right? Like, I need to tell Melo to come back." And I say stuff like that. I have this story with my guy Joe Morale. So I asked Joe if I could tell the story, and I can. So Joe,
he had the story ready.
Yeah,
because this is something I still do with Joe today. So I was, I was a little, I was tired. Let's say I was tired. So then, I was tired with Joe, and we were like upstairs or whatever, just chilling or whatever, right? And he had a crush on one of the girls in the house, right? And it turns out they were already dating at the time.
I know. Yeah.
They were already dating at the time. They just didn't want to tell anybody because they didn't want to make it weird for anybody. But they're obviously like skirting around each other, right? But then I remember it was me, Joe, and this girl, right? And then through my tired mind, I was like, I can help Joe. I could be his wingman right now, right? So I started like rubbing his face. Such a nice guy. You're so
That is not how you do it.
I was like, Joe.
Okay.
And I turned to her. I was like,
I guess it's subjective, but okay.
Such a nice guy. Good. And I started. I don't know how I got from point A to point B here. And I was like, Joe, suck my cock. And he's like, what?
Yup, that is not.
So I stick my. I pull down
what?
I unzip my pants that I was wearing.
What are you?
No, I'm not. This actually, and I stuck my finger through the fly, and I started poking him in the finger. I was like, "Just suck my cock." So just slap me. He's like, "Get out of here, bro!" And I was like, I really didn't help anybody out. But, and I still, when I see Joe to this day, I'll still tell him that. All of us, a lot of people were there to see that, so everybody keeps saying, "Suck my cock" to Joe. So that's my Joe story.
Okay. Anyways, moving on to graduation. Do you guys want? I remember that.
You just cut out. So
Yeah.
You guys remember graduation, like practicing for graduation? Who was our? What?
That was so boring, man.
That was.
Yeah.
I remember we had to walk in straight lines. And who's the teacher? It was like one of the drama, I think.
Perot.
Yeah.
Perot.
She was so like on top of like, oh my. But yeah, I remember graduation being a good time though. That was actually like, I was actually kind of like, it was happy and sad, but it was.
It was not sad at all for me, dude. I'll tell you that.
Yo, I was so ready to get the hell out. Man, like,
I don't know. For me, it was a little bit.
like I remember. Yeah. Wait.
Go.
I'll talk first. Yeah, I just remember. Like I had this like estimated time that we were gonna like get out of there, which was like 5:06 or something like that. And then walking up the stairs to get like my diploma, because like they don't actually give you your diploma; they only give you like the outside of it until you return like the tassels or whatever it was, right? To make sure you get everything back. And I remember like I'm walking up the stairs and I'm right about to go through the doors to get my diploma, or like my actual diploma, and then my alarm rings, going like, "Yo, you just graduated! Like, let's get the hell out of here!" And then I just remember everybody was just like, "Whose alarm is that?" And then I was just like.
I don't remember that at all, but sure.
No, like you weren't there because like the school's big, my guy. Like we're like walking upstairs.
I was second row, so I thought.
No, not like in the row. Like while we go up the stairs, like after the ceremony was over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember.
I was just so happy to get the hell out of there.
I remember walking into like when we were actually graduating. 5 different people going down the alley right there. I remember I high-fived Phil's dad and his brother. I high-fived Koshel's brother. I saw my parents. I pointed at them.
Dude,
my
I think I threw a
uncle and
gang
aunt
sign
or
at my
whatever.
dad who was taking
What's
a
up?
picture. I threw a gang sign at my dad who was taking a picture.
Excuse me.
I think your parents. Weren't your parents sitting in the?
I forgot where
section?
exactly they're sitting, but I got a ton of graduation photos that I could, I guess, drop in here somewhere.
Tim, you should drop your picture with me because I actually was like one of. I took pictures with 4 people, and then I didn't stay. I just wanted to beat the traffic. I remember
Yeah,
Awong
me
messaged
too.
me and Chan messaged. I remember Awong messaged me, he's like, "Where you at?" And I'm just already.
Dang, you know
I
what
have
I
no
just
pictures of
realized?
nobody.
Wait, us four did
I-
not take a graduation photo.
Yeah, that's my fault because I left.
Yeah. I mean,
I just
I
hopped
got.
out of it.
It's okay though. I got my pic with
photo.
Tarek. It'll be posted
Yeah.
here somewhere.
I also got my picture with Tarek somewhere.
Yeah, Chan, I have a picture with you because you ran it. You were the last person.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was it for episode 4. I mean, senior year seemed like
Sorry
everyone had a lot
for
of
all
fun.
the technical difficulties that you will probably hear and notice in the
too.
video.
Yeah. So with us, with the 3.5 Asian Men pod,
There
we're
we
signing
go.
off.
There we go. Alright, see y'all.